Hi YouTube friends, this is Roxy, Firewife Lawyer Mom, and today we're going to talk about the things that worked, curriculum that was a hit in our homeschool. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am so excited to share with you guys today my curriculum hits for 2023-2024 school year. As you guys know, at the beginning of the school year, I posted videos as to what curriculum I was going to be using, and I wanted to share with you guys today what worked, what was a hit in our homeschool. So if you want to hear all about an update as to how our curriculum fit for our family and for our homeschool year, stay tuned to this video. Grab a cup of coffee or tea because we are gonna have a great chat today. If you love these videos, if they bless you, please make sure to hit the like and the subscribe button so that more people can see my videos. Hopefully I am a good resource for all of you. I have been homeschooling for 4 years now. It's incredible. It's been such a great journey with me and my family. We love our homeschooling life, and we're just so excited for the years to come. So today we're going to talk about curriculum hits. Now, I will link in the description box below. I just did a video that posted last week on our curriculum misses, what we did not find fruitful for our homeschool, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And I've linked it below so you guys can check it out, what did not work. But this video today, I'm gonna be focusing on stuff that was a thumbs up in our homeschool. So as you guys know, a couple of things before I begin talking about what worked and what didn't. I'm not going to focus on curriculum that I have been using for years and years and years because I don't wanna be redundant. You guys can check out all of my old curriculum videos for all of the grade levels that I have done so far in my homeschool journey for you guys to see what worked and what didn't work in those years. This video is going to focus on what are the things that I brought in that were new to our homeschool year and what was awesome that I was just so happy to have been blessed with this new curriculum in my homeschool. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're not going to talk about curriculum I have used in the past. We're going to talk just about the new stuff that I loved that I brought in this year because I think it's important for us to be able to really see what works and what doesn't work. So as you guys know, I divide my homeschool into 4 different areas, and that would be our circle time, morning time, which is our morning basket. We have our Fun Friday family subjects, and then I split it into my 2 individualized grade-specific curriculum. So I'm going to be talking about each of those 4 areas and what is it that worked. Now, instead of actually showing you the physical stuff, I'm just going to put right here next to me what it is that we were using so you guys can have a visual of that. But I will also link these curriculums below so that if you want to check out this curriculum yourself, you can do so by clicking on the links in the description box. So let's get started with our circle time. So this year in circle time, I decided to focus on a loop schedule, which I have done before. And if you guys want to know more about loop scheduling, you can check out my video on that. I will also link that. But this year, my loop scheduling was as follows. Mondays were our seasonal subjects. Tuesdays were health. Wednesdays were SQUILT live music appreciation, and Thursdays was our geography day. So every day we just went on a loop every week with those 4 topic areas. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about what we worked on that I loved this year. So the first thing was that we started our homeschool year with the weather and water unit study from The Good and the Beautiful. Their science unit studies, in my opinion, are one of the best things out there in homeschool curriculum. I absolutely love The Good and the Beautiful's science unit studies. I have been using them since I started my homeschool journey, and they just continue to deliver such a great resource for parents. I love that it's open and go, that you're able to just open it up. The color is beautiful. The quality is beautiful. I love The Good and the Beautiful's science unit studies. So when we began our homeschool year, we started with the weather and water unit study. And the reason why is for our seasonal studies during the months of August and September and even October, it's hurricane season and we live in the state of Florida. So I thought it would be really cool to study weather and water. I absolutely loved this science curriculum. It was awesome and definitely highly recommended. The experiments were great. It really went into the entire water cycle. It went through all of the different types of natural disasters. We had a great time. And what was cool about it is that during the time we were doing the unit study, what was great about it was that some hurricanes were actually out there in the Caribbean, and we were able to track the hurricanes and actually do some hands-on experiences with our weather and water unit study. So I really, really loved that. The second thing that we did was on Tuesdays, we focused on health. And we focused on health last year as well. But this year I wanted to kind of dive a little bit deeper on going through, what it means to be healthy, how the body works, all that stuff. So I picked up the health and physical body unit study from The Good and the Beautiful and the health and human mind unit study from The Good and the Beautiful. I loved both of them. They were amazing. I cannot recommend those two unit studies. They're pretty new for The Good and the Beautiful, and they're just so well done. We're actually in the middle of our health and human mind unit study right now. Completely love it. The health and the physical body really focuses more on the physique, the human body, all of the different systems, how they work together, how important it is to eat a healthy diet. And so it goes through like the food groups. It's really great for just learning the basics of human health. So I loved it. I thought it was great for, if you want to check off the health box as like a subject area, definitely the health and human body is great. Now, the health and the human mind science unit study is a little bit deeper into looking at the mind as far as the brain and the mind and how they work together. So it starts with just going through the brain, then it goes through all of the 5 senses and how the body works and how the senses work and how they register things to the brain. And then it goes into a little bit more deeper topics about depression and addiction and all kinds of things that I feel that my kids are old enough right now to be able to dive into those. Now, we haven't gotten to those areas because we're kind of like in the beginning, middle of the unit study, but so far it's awesome. Another thing that I highly recommend that was another hit this year, and I know I'm not going to talk about things I've used in the past, but this one I just got to highlight because it's just so wonderful, is SQUILT Live, Music Appreciation by Mary Prather. She is amazing. Here it is right here. It's awesome. It is a completely open and go music curriculum. She teaches the lessons either via Zoom live or she records the lessons if you want to do it on your own time. But I love it. Every month is a different theme. This month, for the month of February, it was jazz, jump into jazz. And my kids have learned so much about jazz music and the different time periods that jazz was popular. This month is actually, we're celebrating Bach's birthday, so we're learning all about Bach. I love SQUILT. It's super engaging. All of the lessons are just so fun. The kids are highly engaged in the lessons. It's never boring. They just love Miss Mary. She's such a wonderful teacher. I can't highly recommend this enough. If you're looking to have a music program in your homeschool, highly recommend it. And of course, it's open and go, which is just totally my jam because I'm a busy mom, I work, I homeschool, so I need some stuff that's not so labor intensive for preparation. So definitely recommend it. The next thing that I want to recommend for our circle time was the Art Makes Me Smart subscription. This is from, I believe it's called Lily and Thistle, or Thistle and Lily, I don't remember. I have it posted here. The Art Makes Me Smart curriculum is a online art curriculum, and they have different theme programs that you can sign up for. And this year, because Thursdays we focused on geography, I wanted to focus this year on world geography. The last 2 years we had focused on US geography, and we did like a whole 50 states tour. This year I wanted to go out into the world, and we have been using Art Makes Me Smart. We love it. It is so comprehensive. Not only do they have video lessons for different art projects that you can do that have to do with each of the countries that you are visiting, but it also has resources, video links, book suggestions, like so great, so well done. The website is such high quality. I absolutely love it. Can't recommend it enough. It has been a great supplement for our around the world unit studies. My kids love doing the art projects. I can show you guys here some pictures of them doing the art projects. They're phenomenal. So highly recommend that for our world geography studies. Next, for our family subjects, for our Fun Friday family subjects, some things that we are continuing to do: Story of the World, we loved. We did the ecosystems unit study from The Good and the Beautiful. Absolutely loved the ecosystems unit study. It was great. We did the we're actually doing right now Kingdoms and Classifications, which we're kind of going from the earth sciences back to life science, because what I like to do is I like to cycle and do like 1 year of life science, then 1 year of earth science, then 1 year of physical science. So I like to kind of change and rotate through those year after year, so my kids got a good, well-rounded science education. Now, my kids do their own separate grade specific science, like general science, but Science with the Good and the Beautiful and doing family subjects is like, I love it. It's such a great time that we spend together learning and growing, and it's awesome. So I definitely highly recommend the ecosystems and the Kingdom and Classifications from The Good and the Beautiful. I loved those science unit studies. Now, for the third grade curriculum that I showed at the beginning of the year, a couple of my hits were, number one, Nicole the Math Lady. So my third grader began Nicole the Math Lady this year. Nicole the Math Lady is a subscription service where this wonderful, amazing human named Nicole teaches the Saxon Math Curriculum lessons online via video. And they have online grading options. They have all different kinds of resources for math. It is awesome. I love it. And my older one has been using Nicole the Math Lady since she was in third grade. And so with my third grader, I was a little bit afraid because she has never really done anything independently up until this point. And I was like, well, let's see how this goes. And to be honest, it's been great. Like, she really has taken to Nicole. She loves her. We're actually going to be going to a homeschool convention and we're going to meet her. So we're really excited about that. And so we loved Nicole the Math Lady for third grade. I, love the way she breaks down math concepts and really helps kids understand things in a simple way. And I love the program. Another thing that we tried this year that was new was the Abeka History Our America. It's basically their U.S. history for third grade. I really liked it. What I love about the Abeka Our History is that it breaks down the lessons it breaks them down in a very simple way. This is the first year that I actually dive into American history with my daughter. Now we've done family subjects of American history, but this is like where I kind of just made it like a third grade curriculum subject for her. And it has been a great curriculum. We have loved the Abeka History Our America. It has just a great colorful textbook. It goes through history in with a Christian worldview, which I absolutely love. And it's just been wonderful. We love Abeka's Our America. And I really liked it. The next thing we did that I wanted to highlight was the McGraw-Hill Science. Now, as you guys know, and I explained this in my third grade curriculum video, I love the old McGraw-Hill curriculums, both for history and for science. I just think that the way that they laid out those books are just very simplified, kind of breaks things down in a very understandable way. And so this year we did the Science 3 with McGraw-Hill. Loved it. Loved how it goes through, it's general science, so it goes through all the different sciences, earth science, life science, etc. And it really simplifies it to a third grade level. And so what we would do is we would just read through it. She would answer the lesson review questions, and it worked out really good. And we're actually almost done with our science book this year. We're going to be done a little bit early, which is awesome. The last thing I want to highlight for sixth grade, for my sixth grader, was the Redefining School. So this year we dove into a new curriculum for literature studies. So this year what I wanted to focus on with my middle schooler is she had never really taken any kind of literature courses, like studying old writings, historical writings. She had taken IEW. She's done great with that program. She loves it. She still does it today. But I wanted her to start to really learn about American literature and all of the literature greats of our American history. And so I found Redefining School. Redefining School is something I found out about at my homeschool convention. It is Miss Mindy, and she has this online program where students sign up, and she sends the lessons. Every month is a different theme, and they go through writings, they go through poetry, they learn about alliteration and all different kinds of writing styles. And what's great is that the kids meet twice a month via Zoom, so it's like a live class where they have what's called author's chair, and they're able to actually share writings that they create based on whatever that theme is. My daughter has enjoyed it so much. She is just like loving all of, like, learning about all these different writing styles. I think it has improved her writing. She had to write a poem the other day, and use all kinds of different figurative language, and she is just really loving it. And for Black History Month, she actually had to write a perspective from a slave writing. So she had to pretend that she was coming from the perspective of a slave and what her life was like. And so they were able to share during the live class, and she just loves it. Miss Mindy is so engaging. She's so wonderful. She just does such a great job. And so I will link her website in the description box below if you are interested in a literature course for your student. It is phenomenal. High recommendations for that. The next thing I was really excited about is the BJU. So BJU was mentioned in my Curriculum Misses video, and I mentioned it because not that it was a complete curriculum miss, but that it was a miss/hit. And you guys can look at the video on the misses to see why it was a miss, but I'm going to talk today about why I think it is a great curriculum. So BJU is an online, Bob Jones University, it's an online class that students take. They have all different subjects. The subjects we chose to use was Spanish and science. And basically you sign up for this service. It is a course. It's completely online in the sense that they have this homeschool hub where you log in, you get all of your access to your resources, your videos, your lessons for the day. You do get mailed a textbook, an activity manual, and some other, scheduling things. And it's completely done online at your own pace. I love it. I think it's very engaging. I love the perspective, the Christian worldview that they teach science in. The professors are extremely engaging, and I loved it. I loved it for Spanish. I loved it for science. The only thing is that I do need some tips and tricks on keeping up with it because it is a pretty lengthy curriculum. I don't know how people do it in one school year, like 10-month period. Please leave a comment below if you have any tips and tricks for that. But overall, loved BJU science. I think that it was great. My daughter actually had to they were learning about plant cells, and she actually had to create a plant cell using products or things from the house. I'm going to show you guys a picture of what she did. It was awesome. She was able to go through each part of the cell, explaining why these things, what they are and how they're, what their function is in the body. So cool. So highly recommend BJU Science, BJU Spanish. The next thing and the last thing I wanted to show you guys was the chemistry unit study. So this year I picked one thing that I do with my student on Fridays. So for example, my third grader on Fridays, we focus on creative writing. Last year for my fifth grader, we did a finance class, and I will link a description box on the finance class I did for her last year. This year, I wanted to do something kind of different. I wanted to teach her chemistry, or at least introduce chemistry to her. And we again used the science chemistry unit study from The Good and the Beautiful. And at first I was a little apprehensive because I wasn't sure if it was going to be like too over her head, too complicated for her, because you know, chemistry is kind of like a very high level science, and so I wanted to see like how she would take to it. Well, she loved it, and we loved it. It was a great curriculum. It took us, we actually went through it a lot faster than I thought, and I really liked it. I liked the way that The Good and the Beautiful laid it out. It was very simplified. It wasn't complex. And even though she may not have understood every single concept, you know, verbatim, I think it's a great introduction to chemistry if your student has never seen chemistry before and you want to kind of give her a little bit of an introduction where she kind of understands the basic concepts of atoms, neutrons, protons, you know, those kinds of things, the periodic table, all of that stuff. It does it in a very easy and open and go way. And so I liked the chemistry unit study from The Good and the Beautiful. And that's it. That is my curriculum hits for the 2023-2024 school year. Now, what is next for our videos? And I want to talk about this because I think it's important. I am in the process of starting, as of next week, I'm going to start to brainstorm for the 2024-2025 school year. So I'm going to take you guys along with me, how I brainstorm, how I choose curriculum, what curriculum I choose, how I order it, when do I order it, how I organize it, all of that kind of stuff. You're going to help me plan the year, and I'm going to post every video showing you guys how I plan the year, soup to nuts, complete from the beginning to the end.